The artist's tax, the unpaid labor no one talks about. Welcome back to the AC Pulse, where we don't whisper about injustice, we drag it into the daylight. Today's episode is about a tax. No, not the IRS kind, but the one they don't talk about. The one you've been paying with your time, your energy, your peace. We're naming it the artist's tax. You know the one. The unpaid panels, the can I pick your brain, the it's a great opportunity with no check attached, the emotional labor, the cultural labor, the labor. This episode, we're done being polite about it. So let's get into it. Welcome back to the AC Pulse, where we pull back the curtain on what's really happening in arts and culture. Today, we're talking about a tax. Not the one the government takes, but the one you pay every single day as an artist, a culture worker, a creator. The artist's tax, the unpaid labor, the invisible work, the emotional, mental, and physical toll that's demanded of you, but never compensated. Because let me be clear, the arts economy runs on unpaid labor, and they will milk you dry if you let them. Are you asking yourself, what is the artist tax? You felt it, even if you didn't have a name for it. The artist tax is the cost of being seen, heard, valued, and included in this system. It looks like being asked to sit on panels for exposure, being expected to show up to community events and meetings without pay, being told to give feedback to foundations and organizations for free, being expected to host, MC, pay, organize, and promote an event without compensation, giving away your knowledge, your cultural capital, your intellectual property for free. And let's not forget the emotional labor, managing egos, being the face of the movement, holding space for the community, dealing with power dynamics, white supremacy, culture, and classism in the arts world. That is labor. That is work. And they will never put a dollar amount on it because they don't want to pay you for it. Welcome back to Do It for the Culture, the only imaginary game show where artists spin the wheel and win absolutely nothing. Tell them what they won't be receiving, Karen. Well, Bob, today's contestant gave 5 hours of free consulting to a foundation staffer who loves their vision but has no budget. In return, they're walking away with a shout out in the newsletter. Wow, Karen, incredible. And for their next challenge, being asked to curate a gallery show, host their next event, and invite their entire community, all for exposure. Let's see if they can survive one more unpaid gig without crying in their shower. Stay tuned for more. Do it for the culture! Because who needs money when you have vibes? Are you also asking yourself, why don't they pay you? Let me tell you why they don't pay you. Because you're too valuable to pay. They know if they paid you for your time, your labor, your energy, they couldn't afford you. So they guilt you. They flatter you. They invite you to the table and then leave you paying the bill. This is why artists stay broke. Because they've been conditioned to think their labor is love. And love does not pay the rent. You want to know the real cost? The artist tax isn't just financial. It's emotional, it's physical, it's spiritual. You're drained, you're burned out, you're tired of begging for crumbs while you're the one cooking the entire meal. And every time you say yes to unpaid labor, you're carrying the weight of an entire system that refuses to carry you. This episode is brought to you by Avant-Garde, the arts nonprofit that can't cut a check, but damn sure cut through the noise. We don't have the budget to pay you what you're worth, but we will make sure your work gets seen, your story gets told, and your labor doesn't disappear into the void of white-walled galleries and grant panel gaslighting. Our lights are still on. Barely, but that light, it's for you. Come get warm. Sound powered by the Madam, Beat Alchemist, Rhythm Sorcerer, and the reason this podcast doesn't sound like your uncle's garage band demo. Avant-Garde, for artists, by artists. We might be broke, but we're rich in audacity. So you want to know how to reclaim your labor? What do? We start by naming it. You are being taxed, not by law, but by exploitation. We start by saying no. No to unpaid panels. No to free labor. No to feedback sessions that pay nothing. Or better yet, charge you in order to be there. We also need to say no to being the face of a movement without resources. And most importantly, we start building systems that pay us by creating our own tables, by demanding compensation, by valuing our work, our time, our energy. That's it for this episode of the AC Pulse, where the mic stays hot, 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 and the truth doesn't, flinch. Remember this: your art is valuable, your labor is sacred, and your time is non refundable. You don't owe anyone your burnout, you don't owe anyone your brilliance for free. The artist tax has been robbing us blind, but not anymore. We're not just keeping receipts, we're sending invoices. So stay loud, stay rooted, and shout this one from the rooftops: my labor ain't free, and neither am I. The artist tax is real, and it's been stealing from us long enough. You don't owe anyone your labor, your art, or your energy without care, without consent, and without compensation. Because when artists get free, everyone gets free. You've been listening to the AC Pulse. Until next time, this is the AC Pulse. Stay loud, stay rooted, and never forget, your labor is priceless. If this sparked something in you, don't just sit with it, move with it, protect it, pass it forward, share this episode, leave a review, and wake up the ones still sleeping. Challenge the systems that need to fall. Build the ones that need to rise. Stay rooted, stay loud, stay building. This is how we grow. This is how we win. I'll see you on the next one.